This movie got me. I felt stupid, but in a good way. Because as much as I think that I know movies and I've seen so many scripts, especially like this, and I'm like, because listen, I was arrogant going into this. Because once I saw the cliches being dropped, it was like, you know what? I'm 5 steps ahead of all of them. Oh, shit.
What about this, though? Wait, what?
Yeah. I love Ben Affleck. I love that. I like them even better when they're together.
Peanut butter and chocolate. Huh?
Peanut butter and chocolate, man. Which one is chocolate? You know, let it be Ben Affleck.
Okay.
He seems like he got some black up in him. He got that black swagger. Look at that. Yeah, he kind of like Drake a little bit, right?
A little bit.
With that beard. Yeah, he'll be chocolate. There you go, Martin. I like him, man. I like.
Is Drake chocolate?
More caramel, you know. Some people say Drake is shit.
Oh, you mean Julian?
Leave that man alone.
Me? I'm not Drake. No, just how much you don't.
All right, break it up, y'all. All right, now look.
Sorry.
Where was? Oh, yes, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I love those two together, man. Martin said peanut butter and jelly. That's what you said.
Peanut butter and chocolate, but okay. Peanut butter and jelly is fine.
Oh, but that's why I hate to see them fight, man. You know, I like when they get along. Such good friends. Now they over here fighting each other. You know, that's because in this latest movie they found $20 million, man. One of them want to take it and one of them want to do the right thing, and now they fighting each other over it. You know, all because of little details like they cops. You know, one guy said, "Man, shit, I've been through a lot in my life, and we get paid for getting shot at and trying to protect people. I mean, we really, you know, we don't get paid enough. We earn this money. We earn this $20 million right here." And of course, the other one was like, "Man, look, I'm a cop through and through. I don't care how much temptation I have. I've made an oath to this badge right here, and I'm doing the right thing." Meanwhile, I got a little thing like the cartel to worry about. Maybe crooked cops. Who knows who's behind this $20 million that they just mysteriously find in a house one day. Also, they have to deal with things such as the murder of their, what was it there?
Captain.
Their captain. Yeah, the murder of their captain. They fighting over this money, and the money might actually send it back to the captain's death. Plus, one of them was dicking her down too. You know, so many complications.
So many things.
You can see why they fighting each other. You can see why this is, you know, like any friendship, things get a little complicated over these, what seem like small things, like $20 million. Boy, you can bet if Martin and I found $20 million, we'd either look, we either that would be a test of friendship. We either split this up evenly and going about our way, or one of us gonna die.
Man, listen, we got to turn this in because you know our asses are going to get caught.
And then I'd be like, "No, Martin, we can't do that. We have to do the right thing." And then he turns around, right in the fedora. Actually, we kill each other and Julian will run off.
Exactly, yeah. I'm there sniping, watching from a distance.
Yeah. Oh, but what is going on with this money? What is going on with this murder? And really, everybody wants to know, what's going on with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? Can their friendship be saved? That's what we really want to know. That's all in this movie, The Rip, the latest film on Netflix, big crime drama, actually based on something real that happened. As usual, loosely based.
Loosely, yeah,
it is in
because the real story is, you know, kind of dry.
yeah. I'll tell you what the real story is.
Oh, okay.
We'll watch this trailer first, and I'll come back to tell you the real story behind The Rip right after this.
From the outside looking in, it seems simple.
You just take whatever money you want and walk away. Before this goes really bad for all of us.
So serious. Oh my God. All based on a true story too, as we said. I'm gonna tell you about this true story right here, man. So in the real story that this is based on, the true thing that really happened here was that they found $20 million and then they put it into a machine and then they counted it and it came out and it said, yeah, that's $20 million. That's it. So the guy said, that happened in the real story right there. That machine that counted that money, that was in real life. Now, listen, there's probably more that happened here, but what I read was like just a couple of things that really went back to that. What happens here, they got a tip about the $20 million, and that's when everything went crazy. The whole thing about being trapped in his house and the cartel coming in and the big shootout and car chase. Listen, we all know that that's the exaggeration that was done here for the sake of entertainment for an action movie.
Right.
That's what this is. This is a cop thriller action film.
Right. It ends up being that. Because it seems more of a thriller, more of a intense drama up until a point when it said, all right, now it's action movie time.
Yeah. And like I said, with the plot with this is that, opens with the murder of a female cop, woman named Jackie, who was their superior. That was Lieutenant Dane Dumar, played by Matt Damon. And you have a short-tempered detective there, J.D. Bynes. And they get this Crime Stopper tip saying that, hey, there's his house where there might be drugs. There's something going on with this house. Go, grab a cute little dog who can sniff it out and bring the crew, and y'all go see what's going on in this house. They find a mystery stash of $20 million in the attic. And the owner of the house says, I didn't even know that shit was up there.
That's my grandmother's house.
That's my grandmother's house. Talk to her. Oh yeah, she's dead. The house is in probate. It's been given to me. So there's money. Is it the cartel? Is it dirty cop money that they're hiding? But with no one claiming this money right here and no one asking for it to be turned over, a lot of trust slowly starts to disappear between this group. And we all know what happens then. So with this film being it's a Netflix movie, but being that it is, a higher budget action film, I saw. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I did.
Well, I was going to say you saw the movie, but I wondered if you saw some other films in this movie right here. So the director here, what's his name?
Joe Carnahan.
What did he do?
Cop Shop.
He did Smokin' Aces.
Smokin' Aces, that's right.
And that movie has a lot of personality, and I really like the way it looks.
Yeah, so with this movie, there's drawn from a lot of places. For one, it's in Miami. And then being a cop thriller, I thought it had little hints of Michael Mann in it, like Miami Vice.
Yeah,
being that it's set in Miami, the action kind of reminded me some parts of Heat. Also, I would say if you want to talk about somebody who's doing gritty cop films, David Ayer. Saw some Training Day in there with whether these cops are being crooked or not.
I saw Street Kings.
Street Kings, yeah. So the crooked cop angle, definitely that's Training Day. And then Street Kings, there's the sort of the action part felt more like that. But with this, as intense and as serious, and you see that it has a very a big dramatic angle to it. You got some big time actors in here, in addition to Matt Damon and in addition to Ben Affleck. You got Stephen Yeun, who's in the film. There's some people that the trailer just shows briefly in here. Tiana Taylor is in here, and they give some they do give some weight to this film. There's a lot of things that give weight to this film, but the film is also very cliche as far as both cop thrillers and cop action movies go. You got these hard-boiled cops who just carpet bomb this movie with F-bombs. They say about 3 or 4 or 5 times in one sentence. There's they're so edgy, they're so hardcore, they actually get into physical fights in the office. There's a scene in here where Ben Affleck gets into a fight with an interrogator.
An FBI agent.
Yeah, an FBI agent. And turns out, it's okay, it's my little brother. Hey, it's all right. Hey, bro, I'm going to tell mom. I will say this, the guy that they cast, and I forgot his name, great casting, because when he was in the shadows.
Scott Atkins.
Yeah, Scott Atkins. He looked like in the shadows a little bit like he had not exactly like Ben Affleck, because when he was, and there was a long shot and he was in the shadows, I'm like, damn, is that Ben Affleck? He's a little different. He's got Ben Affleck DNA in him.
The interesting thing about casting him is that he's usually an action actor.
Yeah.
And yet he does none of the action.
Oh, no. Because he got his ass beat by Ben Affleck. You better sit your ass down. Yeah, good casting as far as them being related. And that's not a spoiler. That's at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, the movie opens with them talking.
Yeah, movie, because I'll say they're they're brothers. I'll say there was a murder and be like, oh, there you go, spoiling the film. It's just like, y'all don't want to hear a review, then just you have to give details about a movie they do a review. You understand that, right? So yeah.
I don't want to know nothing.
Go look at the poster then. God damn it, they said the name.
I don't even want to know your opinion.
Yeah. There's cliche dialogue in here. There's that scene where the cops sit around and talk about, man, I make this much on a cop's pension. This life could change this money could change my life forever. That's in every cop tempted by money movie. Mm-hmm. Just this little money right here could change my life forever. That's something you've heard over and over again. So tons of cliches in this movie. Would I recommend watching it? Yes, I would. Because I think that there's a lot going on, as I said, in the performance end. Matt Damon and as none of these people, there you go, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, they and other people in the movie, but especially Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, man. I enjoyed their performances. I always thought that, these guys, they've been acting together for so long. They know each other's rhythm. They're just very good together. And I like how in the movie, they slowly start to turn against each other. I like how it leads to no one being able to trust anybody, at least for a certain point. And a lot of that has to do with the setup, I think. Mm-hmm. I think the setup for the movie is great. It's good at dropping little seeds of distrust in the beginning. Very, very early on, we discovered that JD, he's dicking Jackie down, having sex with her. They have a thing, their relationship. JD gets passed over. That's Ben Affleck's character. He's passed over for a promotion for Matt Damon's character. You discover that Matt Damon's character has had a lot of things and a lot of events going in his life that might push him to some desperate measures. It works well enough that before the movie gets too ridiculous, I was nervous about characters. Whenever two characters were alone together, whenever they walked into another room, whenever they walked down the street together by themselves, I was always nervous because I didn't know who to trust who, and I didn't know if somebody was going to turn on each other or pull a bullet in somebody's head. I thought those scenes, and y'all can tell me after I show this scene right here, I thought those scenes worked very well for myself.
You a snitch, Mike? Why don't you head back to the house, help him finish the count?
that music does it, and the long pauses.
So there's a lot that's going on. Like this director, I love what this director did with this scene right here, because you are exactly right. Speaking of Michael Mann, there's a lot of synth music in here that really works for these tense scenes and those long pauses.
But that music is quiet, but it's got a pulse like a heartbeat.
No, it does.
And the scene is more intense. One, we've been seeing Matt Damon's character LT, the lieutenant, being squirrely. And then he's just staring intensely, not saying anything. There's long pauses in between. So yeah, it makes you nervous, and that beat is at your heart.
But this director really knows how to do a lot with camera setups, a lot with camera shots. For one, if you notice in this scene, that camera's not moving. Mm-hmm. So that means we kind of stand there.
No,
shit. Who's gonna jump first? Mm-hmm. And not only is it long pauses in the dialogue, but those long pauses on long shots like that, where they're just staring at each other in the middle of the street. And again, the camera's not moving. I think that direction is pretty incredible at creating tense scenes like that. A lot of people don't know the value of long, quiet scenes, like you just said, and long shots and shots where people just stared at each other. Mm-hmm. It's like, God damn, who's You know, somebody's about to jump and it's not going to be good. Man, we've all been somewhere where a fight's about to start.
Oh, yeah.
We've all been in a bar where two guys are arguing and then they just looking at each other.
And it's getting quiet and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And we know.
And it's either it's time to leave or it's time to whip out my camera.
I ain't going nowhere. right. I'm still watching this.
Bartender, popcorn, please.
Yeah. And that's that. This engages us. We are those people who gonna watch this fight.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't going nowhere. I think the movie even tricked me once, because I criticized the movie for doing something I thought was stupid. I said, "Now, why would you do something like that as a cop?" And then the movie revealed it was all part of the plan. I was like,
I know, because after the reveal, I was like, yeah, but what about that one thing? Oh, and this, like. All right, foiled again.
Yeah. No, the movie got me good, man, in that particular part.
Yeah.
But as I said, the movie, it does have the flaws in it. I'll get to that in a little bit. What'd you think about this, man? Because he's already said, I can already tell you're not crazy about this film.
No, I'm not.
Actually, up to a point, I found it very entertaining. And yeah, there's, it's full of the cops cliches, like you say. And I noticed it's a thing, and I think Matt Damon has been quoted about this, and it's been everywhere in the news. And even before that, Jamila Jamil talked about it. It's the thing I was talking about, second screen, the writing for second screens. Like, a lot of this is cliche, and they repeat the setup because people watch things on their phone while they're on their phones.
Matt Damon, I thought about you.
Yeah.
Matt Damon said Netflix requires you to say the plot of the movie over and over again in case you're on your phone.
And I really noticed that with this.
Yep.
And I was like, that's hampering this. And I was like, man, you got a good director on this. The writer, not so much, but they're the same person.
Yeah.
And it's because of that. But I will say, with even all that going on, I think the actors, particularly Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, who I really enjoyed in this, I think they rise above it. They made me actually very interested in the characters, in all of them, and in the setup. I felt a lot of tension through it, especially when you got one character doing stuff where you're like, come on, man.
I felt the same way. It really does. Man, as cliches as is, at least for me, it might be different for you. You might be smarter than I am on this movie, because I'm saying this movie, I'm not even making fun. This movie got me. I felt stupid, but in a good way, because as much as I think that I know movies and I've seen so many scripts, especially like this, and because listen, I was arrogant going into this, because once I saw the cliches being dropped, it was like, you know what, I'm 5 steps ahead of all of them. Oh, shit.
What about this though? Wait, what?
Man, it really did get to a point in the movie like, I'll shut up now.
Oh, that's stupid, because if you... Oh, wait, no, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but what about... okay, well, all right then.
And they do repeat so many things in this movie. Did you find they repeated Shopify several times?
Yeah. Oh, see what happens. God don't like ugly.
Martin, what is ugly about Shopify?
Nothing.
You can sell anything from mic stands to toys to jewelry to crosses. God probably sells on Shopify.
All right, you better watch yourself.
Why we need to watch, Martin? God would very much approve of Shopify. I'm going to tell you why. Because Shopify gives you everything you need, all online and also in person if you need it to be.
All day, every which way.
Thank you.
The Lord provides.
You mean Lord Shopify? Yes. Millions of entrepreneurs out there have already made this leap to Shopify, man. Also, Shopify gives you all the tools to build your dream store. You can choose from hundreds of beautiful images and templates that you can customize your brand with. And setup at Shopify is quick because they got them AI tools for you, Martin. I know people are kind of crazy about AI right now. They're kind of down on AI, but Shopify's AI tools, they'll help you do things that people should be using AI for, writing product descriptions on there, creating headlines, and helping you edit all of your product photos. You put in shopify.com/toasted. Now that's all lowercase. You put that in there, you'll get a $1 per month trial period. Again, that's shopify.com/toasted. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. I want to thank all of you out there for your support. And now back to this review. So in the movie, as I said, man, it's not just Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I think, that actually brings in the tension. The thing that made me think about David Ayer with this are some of the other performances, all the other, some of the other cops. One of those being Tiana Taylor. Only thing I would say about her, man, I like her so much that she wasn't used a whole lot.
I know.
I thought that she was good enough to where she could have been used more, but this is the Matt Damon, Ben Affleck show.
Right.
All the actors, though, they are giving fine performances. I just think that the characters, they felt a little bland. Even Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, really? Because I thought that they played types, definitely, but I thought that those guys are great, especially when they're together. But I thought, that's what I thought. I can understand you not being able to look past the stereotypes that they are. But there were the people in the movie that I thought were really good. If y'all remember the Flash, the Supergirl that they had in there, that was this character here. The girl who has the house.
Oh.
Sasha Calle?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was
from the Flash movie.
Flash.
Yeah. Okay.
That was
her. Okay.
Yeah, she was the crazy mutant Supergirl.
Supergirl, yeah.
Yeah, she's in this. And I thought her character was actually pretty cool because she was the one that really, I thought, kind of played against type. She was the owner of the house. When they get there, she's talking about, I don't know anything. And they got her chained up to a chair a lot of the time. And she's the whole time she's saying, not only do I know anything, but I know enough to where if y'all don't get out of here, we're all gonna die.
I was mad at her.
Really?
In the beginning.
Oh, in the beginning.
Yes, the way she just let them in the house. I was like, girl, you got rights. Don't let them charm you and they're coming in there.
They were gonna get in one way or another.
I would have made them work for it.
Yeah. There's a point. They just pushed their ass aside. But I like her in the movie.
But no, I like her in the movie too.
Yeah, and the reason why I like her is because she's a part of that big setup in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Because as I said, I thought the setup was great, man. I thought it was very suspenseful. And with her being a part of the setup here, that I thought was done very well. As I said, she knows enough. And that's what makes you think, how much do you really know? You say you don't know that money is, or you didn't know that money was there. You're claiming ignorance. You're acting all innocent. But when there's a phone call that comes to the house, all of a sudden she's telling everybody, "Man, y'all better get out of here." Well, how you know that? Mm-hmm. And that's phone that and I like that part too. I like the setup with that because there's a part of the movie where they do start, once they find the money, the moment they find the money, they start getting these phone calls from somebody that they don't know. The voice is all disguised. And whoever it is telling them, look, take some of that money and get out of the house before people needlessly die.
Hello? You have 30 minutes to get the fuck out of that house. Just do your job and take the money that was supposed to be there. No one needs to die for 150K.
Also, are you satisfied with your current mobile service? God damn it. Got me again.
Who was it? What did they say? No, please listen to them. They're gonna come in here and kill everybody.
Now, it was right after that I think the movie starts to go downhill for me. Mm-hmm. I still think that the performances are great. I still think that there's a lot of tense scenes that come right after that. And maybe it's just what I was, it played against, I didn't play into my expectations because they're getting these phone calls. And the first phone calls you saw is 30 minutes, get out the house. They get another phone call 15 minutes later. Seriously, get out the house. Nobody's leaving at this point. Everybody's staying. So we all know that something's about to go down and it's not going to be good. So I thought at this point, it was about to turn into a couple other movies that I really like.
Attack on Precinct 13.
Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah. I thought it was going to be an under siege bottle film. Mm-hmm. Two movies that listen, if you haven't seen Assault on Precinct 13, the John Carpenter version, then watch that. It's great. It's like a zombie movie where the zombies have guns. The zombies are a gang. It sounds ridiculous. Have you ever seen that movie?
Not the original, no.
Oh, the John Carpenter original is great, man. Watch that, and then it reminded me of this movie called Trespass. Have you ever seen this movie?
Yeah.
That's a very underrated movie. I know a lot of y'all haven't seen it. It
has both ices in it.
Yeah, you can get some iced tea and put an ice cube in it. And Bill Paxton's in it, William Sadler. That's another movie where it kind of plays like this. Some people go into this building, they find some treasure, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose outside as they try to break in while these guys are trying to keep the riches that they found. Both those movies are good. Watch them if you can. But I thought it was going to turn into movies of that type.
I did too.
And it didn't go there. And listen, I'm not saying that it had to play into those movies. It had to be those films. I wouldn't mind if it played against my expectations and went somewhere different. But it didn't go anywhere different at all. It just became sort of the third act becomes like a generic film, man. It's so generic that it almost kind of gets silly. In a way.
It's like the budget plummeted when the action started happening.
Yeah,
they did like really low budget techniques of like shaking the camera for 5 minutes straight, and guys just going, "Wow, I'm shooting a gun."
Well, they're also in a neighborhood. They're like, "Hey, you notice there's no people here?" And I was like, "Yeah, because you're on a sound stage.
yeah.
And it's easier to not have people around."
Obvious sound stage, yeah. So I did read that a lot of money was going back to the crew.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Somebody said that in the chat, and that is true. I did read that the money was going to be going to people that worked hard on this film.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that is. But you might want to put that in the movie next time. No, and it's not. Listen, it's still for a Netflix movie, especially. I mean, it's still entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's still entertaining, but it does seem like the movie, for the setup that it has, the payoff should have been up here, and it just kind of dips a little bit.
I found it like you guess this third act, because the first two acts, you set up, and then the especially in the second, I really enjoyed that, and it was full of tension, and I was like, oh, if this goes to a siege and when nobody can trust each other, and there still is that lack of trust that keeps it moving. But rolling into the third act, like, you get the reveal, and then we come into the third act, and I noticed like it's become a different movie now. Because at first it was a dramatic thriller kind of movie, and then it moves into, no, we're an action movie. Yeah. And like there was some action before, but it went into like, no, full on action movie mode. And it's like, oh, well, I mean, this is entertaining, more so for some, but less so for me.
Yeah, well, because it's just, it's an average action movie. Ain't nothing different about the beginning of the movie. We've seen it all before, but it was a great setup, and I was expecting them to like have their own take on that assault under siege bottle film. And it didn't, man. It punked out. It became just look, man. One of the first problems that I saw is that they do so many flashbacks to justify about 20 twists in this movie. It started feeling like the stuff that a Rick and Morty episode would make fun of. Like, I mean, they do that. It's terrible storytelling when you have to do a lot of flashbacks to tell your story. I exaggerate. They do about 5-6 flashbacks.
But it's that Netflix thing of everybody. We got to play this for everybody who wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, and I don't like
show
that,
them.
though.
I know.
It's terrible.
I know. If you're somebody who actually watches movies, it's super annoying when this happens, and I'm seeing it more and more.
Yeah, and
it leads to the movie feeling like it ends 7 times.
I
don't know if you guys felt that too.
No, I did feel that way. Like, okay, it's done. And then I was like, well, I didn't like all that. Okay, they're doing that one. They're actually doing something I like here at the end. It's like, but that's not the end, though.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get to the point, man, cut this shit off. Look, I don't care who did what. Just somebody in this.
Yeah, and it's also like when it gets to like, I guess, because you have a false ending and then another ending, and the final ending is super corny, and to the point to where I don't want to steal what you said, but our two main characters have completely different personalities by the time it gets to that final ending.
Yeah, I'm not saying what two main characters there are.
Yeah,
because
just saying, but it's just like these are not the people we started out with at all,
and it's just.
But it's so corny.
Every now and then, you just look at a movie and say, "You didn't have to do that."
You didn't have to do that. we got it way back here.
In fact, this is from a kid's movie right here. This bullshit. All of a sudden, you're gonna try to pull out this old fairy tale shit. This old uplifting Hallmark movie bullshit. Man, what happened to these guys? What happened to these hardcore cops? What happened to these thrills and action and at the end, it's like, oh, the angels must be talking to me.
It went full on from being over here. It went full on propaganda at the end. It's aren't we the angels out there protecting the good guys?
You might as well have Jesus smiling down on him at the end. you for that ending, man.
It was just like, don't do this. You don't have to do this.
Boy, corny.
It's like the most bizarre fan service you've ever seen.
Yeah. I was just like, I should have just turned it off before it got here. Because I'm in the middle of this big project, and I thought I thought I was going to be one of those people. Second screen, I'm working, but it pulled me away from what I was doing, and I was fully into it. And then it just goes into this, and
it was so bad and some people might like it. I thought it was terrible. It's so corny. Y'all could have cut the Tony the Tiger eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Hey guys,
they're great.
This is great. Oh man, thank you. I thought I was like, man, I don't want to be hard on this, but I'm glad y'all feel the same way, because I really just stopped. Like, I know you didn't do this. Now, my friend, the guy out there, people, we told a story earlier about a guy who don't like us to say the G God word. But my friend, if you had seen the end of this, you would have said, God damn, y'all did that?
Forgive me, but you see this, right?
You would have threw your head down and said, God damn it. Man, yeah, I had to take major points off.
Because it was over. It was done.
You had a shot that you could have ended on.
Yeah.
You could have even froze that shot and just had the credits roll over it. God damn, man. Kiss my ass for that. Also, it's not hard to figure out who the bad guys are if you really think about it. And when they do the big reveal, the movie just starts doing, it's entertaining, but routine.
That was a good shot. That guy running across the roof and getting shot in midair.
No, that was great. No, look, I said these are entertaining, but they're really routine.
Yeah.
But after it's not, if you really, really think about it, because I kind of had an idea, but if you really think about it hard, then you kind of know probably what's happening. And then after that, like I said, it just goes off into like a generic action film. Entertaining, but generic, at least, like I said, for me. I think the direction, the acting, even some of the, the settle your ass down, tough guy dialogue that went on here. I think that a lot of that makes this material in some places better than what it actually is. Mm-hmm. Because, man, when you, besides that old ragged ass sentimental ending that they had, old soft ass ending, I think that underneath all of the stuff that's actually good, it's really very, very thin. But as I said, it's fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But at the end of that, like really, after everything that's set up and after everything that they do so well in the film, everything that you criticize, not criticize, but everything you praise the movie for, when it reaches the final end, you're like, wow, that's it? That's what this came to? It's like, nah, But listen, it's a low matinee for me. I still had a good time with it. I liked it. I liked the parts that I did like I liked a lot. I didn't really hate the parts that I criticized, but they really were bringing the movie down for me. That was a way better film when it was on point. So yeah, it's kind of a lower matinee for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth, but mostly with you. The stuff I liked, I'm surprised by how much I liked it, and that was probably a good half of the movie. Mm-hmm. But the other half, it brought it down.
Man, I am with you. It really did feel like the halfway point. I think you're exactly right. Mm-hmm. But, at least I'm in tune with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, even with the reveal, it was like, it's nice to get the reveal, but that was. I probably could have figured that out if I just
if you've been thinking hard enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then as much as the third act was bringing it down, that ending really kind of it just left that like, God damn it. But ultimately, I just felt like this is a Netflix movie. This is the kind of movie that you will watch on Netflix. It's perfect for that. I'm kind of like you. Like I kind of feel like a low matinee. Like if I saw it in theater, mm-hmm. but it is where it belongs.
And it doesn't even get the kind of budget or the kind of spectacle that Netflix is capable of doing.
Right.
Or maybe they just don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear what you're saying, man. Even though I gave it a low matinee, I agree with you saying what rental.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
kind of. And I like it about as much as you do. Mm-hmm. But I just, it comes to ratings, I was like, it feels at home on Netflix.
Yeah. No, I kind of felt the same way. It's a Netflix movie. Yeah, Frankenstein was another big movie that they did. That was probably the last one that they did.
Oh, yeah.
Julian's like, yeah, it got bad after 50%. He said 100% for me.
No, it never made me really feel anything the whole time. Like I thought everyone was being competent, but when the action really ramps up, it really was leaving me empty. I thought it was just fine, but I've seen Netflix do way worse. So I'd give this just like a low rental.
Okay.
It's fine, I
All
guess.
right, there you go. He's like, man. Y'all know my movie better than this. I agree with everybody. It's around that area. Nobody gave us some bullshit, but yeah. As you can see, nothing. If you got Netflix, put it on.
Yeah, like for a while, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.